Hey scholars, it's Miss Marnon. So today is day one of reviewing percents from our fourth unit. So our objective today, I can solve state test level problems about sales tax, tip, and discount. So for our review question, write an equation to represent the proportional relationship between M megabytes and S seconds. So pause the video and see if you can write this equation on your own. Okay, so you hopefully remember that all of our proportional equations look like this, y equals kx. So first we need to find what that k is, that constant of proportionality, that unit rate. We learned on page number 2 over here that first we need to find a perfect point and label that point. This is 4, 21. 4 is the x, 21 is the y. Or in this case, we have time is in seconds. This is s. Instead of y, we have megabytes m. So really, instead of y over x, we're going to do m divided by s. So we need to do 21 divided by 4. So we type that on our calculator. We're going to do 21 divided by 4. We get 5.25. So now that I know what the k is, and I know that instead of y, I'm going to write m equals, k is 5.25. And instead of x, we're using s. So m equals 5.25 s. For our preview, number 1, what equation do we use with percent questions? And number 2, how do we change between decimals and percents? So pause the video and see if you can answer these 2 questions on your own. Okay, so hopefully you remember the equation we use. We use quantity equals percent times whole. So quantity equals percent times whole. For changing between decimals and percents, there's a couple of ways we can talk about this. So if I have a decimal, like 0.25, to change it to a percent, we actually move this decimal place over 2 to the right. 0.25 is 25%. Or you can think about it as multiplying by 100. If I had 12% and I want to change it to a decimal, I got to move it 2 places to the left. So it would be right after this 2, right? Because we don't have any decimal numbers after it. Or you can think about it as dividing by 100. So as a decimal, it's 0.12. We can also do this on our calculators. So I'm actually going to clear this history so we can use this. So what we're going to do is if I have 25% and I want it as a decimal, we just type in 25% and hit enter, and it will tell us it's 0.25. If I had 0.12 and I want it as a percent, instead of just hitting this percent key, do you see how above it in gray, it's got like an arrow going 2%? So to get the gray, we're going to hit second percent and enter. And now we see that it is 12%. So I'm actually going to possibly snip that out later and put it in our answer key for us so we can see the buttons that we hit to do it. So you can just do percent enter and it will give you the decimal, or you have the decimal, second percent enter. Okay, so these notes in class we're going to be doing on Jamboard, but we can do them here together on OneNote for this video. So exercise 1. Joseph's lunch at a restaurant costs $13 without tax. He leaves the waiter a tip of 17% of the cost of the lunch without tax. What is the total cost of the lunch, including the tip without tax? So pause the video and see if you can figure this one out on your own. Okay, so the big hint here is that it wants a total. We know that tip is added on at the end of a bill for the total cost of something. So we already know that the answer can't be less than 13. You have to pay the 13 and then more for the tip. So 221 won't make sense and 1079 doesn't make sense. So it has to be either C or D. So now we need to go back to our quantity equals percent times whole formula. When doing sales tax, our quantity is the tip amount, the percent is the tip percent, or the tip rate, times the whole, which is your bill. So we need to figure out what that tip is so we can add it on to the bill. So this is what we don't know. So I'm going to use an X for the tip. We know it's 17% and our bill is multiplied by 13. So you can either change 17% to a decimal and use 0.17, or we can type this right on our calculator as is. 17% times 13. Make sure we're hitting that percent key. So 17% times 13. And we get $2.21. So X equals 221. So this is the tip, but we want the total with the tip. So we need to do 13 plus 221, and that's choice D, $15.21. For number 2, we have Leah. Leah wants to save money on a new computer. At the store near her, the computer she wants is listed at a regular price of $400. On Saturday, the store will have a sale and discount the computer by 30%. So discount means take it away. Shoppers who buy a computer around that same Saturday before 9 a.m. will also receive an additional 10% off, so 10% more coming off of the sale price. How much will Leah pay without tax when she buys the computer that Saturday before 9 a.m.? So pause the video and see if you can do this one on your own. Okay, so we need to do quantity equals percent times whole, as we do with all of our questions. We want the last final discounted price of the computer after both discounts. The trick is we can't do 30 plus 10% and do it 40%. The 30% off is off of the $400. 30% of $400 is going to be very different. Once we take that away, it's 10% of that sale price amount. So it's not going to be that 10% of 400 taken away. It's 10% off of whatever that new discount is. So we need to do these separate steps. So when we're doing a discount, the quantity is the discount amount, the percent is the discount rate, and the whole is the original price. So we're going to figure out how much that discount is to take away from the price. So that's what we need. We need this to be X, or you can keep using it as D for discount. It's 30% times the original price is 400. So we can do 30% times 400 right on our calculator. 30% times 400, and we get 120. So the discount is 120. That means we need to take it away. That's how much we're saving. 400 minus $120 gives us $280. So now that's after the first discount. Now we need to do the second discount. So that second discount is 10% of this 280. So 10% times 280. So right on our calculators, we can do 10% times 280 and get 28. So Y equals 28. This is, again, we need to take it away. This is a discount taking away from the total start, 280 minus 28. And that's going to be $252 for that computer. Last one we're going to do together. Caroline wants to buy a pair of shoes that has an original price of $80. She has a coupon for a 40% discount off of the original price. Her state charges an 8% sales tax on the discounted price. What is the final cost for Caroline's shoes? So we have a discount that's taken off and then sales tax that's added on. So pause the video and see if you can do this one on your own. So just like the last one, we can't combine these percents together. We need to do them as two separate steps. So we're going to do quantity equals percent times whole. So first we're going to do the discount. So we need to figure out what that discount amount is. It's going to be 40% times the $80. So the discount amount, the amount we have to take off of the price, 40% times 80 is 32. So we need to take away 32 from the price of the shoes. So if we do 80 minus 32, we get $48. So now the shoes are on sale. We're paying $48 for the shoes. Now we need to add on the sales tax. So we're doing quantity equals percent times whole. The quantity is the tax. The percent is the tax rate times the price. So for this, it's going to be the $48. They say it's on the discounted price. So we need to figure out what the sales tax is. It is on 8% on that $48. So this is the amount that's going to get added on the bill. So 8% times 48, 3.84. So if we start with, okay, I'm paying $48 for the shoes, plus the $3.84 for sales tax, $51.84 for the shoes. So that is our review of sales tax tip and discount for today. Complete one of these practice problems, your exit ticket, and then in Canvas, go take the 7RP3 quiz for our data wall. So when you finish your practice problem and your exit ticket, complete the 7RP3 quiz in Canvas.